Well, almost 60% of all student loan debt is owed by the bottom 25% of Americans, people whose net worth is less than $8,000, but their debt is much greater than that. Almost 60% of all student loan debt. We are creating a modern-day lost generation. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show that I wanted to get into this. I think probably later on in the week we'll really dig into it deeper. But let me just make this assertion, and then I'll get back to your phone calls. There was, Dinesh D'Souza came on the show in the last hour and basically trashed the baby boomers for the 60s and said that we were spoiled brats. And I was agreeing with him that we were affluent, and that's why we were saying let's open the doors to everybody else. Why basically young white people were supporting the idea of full enfranchisement of women, of blacks, of Hispanics, of gay people, of, you name it, right? Hispanics, I think I said. And anyhow, the thing that created that prosperity and that boom, the baby boom, was 15 years of pent-up demand. Throughout the 1930s, throughout the Great Depression, and for the 3 or 4 years that we fought World War II, people were not starting families. They were not buying homes. They were not having babies, at least not at the normal rate. And so after World War II, there was all this pent-up demand to like, okay, let's start a family already. And boom, you had all these kids who were born. And America, prosperity exploded. And I'm telling you, the dynamic of the Great Depression, we can't afford to start a family, is the same dynamic that people with student loan, young people with student loan debt are experiencing right now. They are postponing, in some cases for decades, having children, buying houses, doing all the things that my parents' generation did after. We're doing an amnesty. We're doing a jubilee. Wipe it all off the books, regardless of how deserving or not somebody might be, regardless of where it came from. And then from that point forward, make college free and just say you can't run a college on a for-profit basis. No more of this, hustling. And because most of the loans, the default, are people who went to for-profit colleges and then couldn't get a job. That we would, if we did that, there would be a renaissance here in the United States.